Hello, everyone. Welcome to part three and the third commentated part of this Megasode. It's been a lot commentating all these episodes, so hopefully they've been fairly enjoyable to those who watch them. That's kind of the hope. But yeah, enough of the talk in the menu here. Let's talk in the world. So I we're still gonna be walking for a while this stream, so I might have lured people in with the promise of the outpost, but it is going to be happening this episode. If everything goes to plan, I'll probably just be walking until we find the outpost location. An ideal location. Try not to die. I'd even get onto some outpost duties today. I'm sure I will. It kind of depends, I guess, how much time I have. But I am yeah, we're gonna stop walking at some point on stream today, and it's not gonna be walking to the corner of Oblivion anymore, at least for a few days. Anywho, I guess I should get on with the usual conversation. So yeah, things haven't changed. Of course, we're still right where we left off after the 2 million special. We're at these coords. I don't really have any coordinate goal for today, of course. Yesterday's was 2 million. Pretty much make that guess from the title, the episode, and what I was talking about. But anyway, things are changing in the Farlands. This leg of the journey is going to be over. And we are going to be moving on to the Outpost. And then after that we will do what we did from spawn to Outpost 1 again, which is walking. Very exhilarating stuff. Very exhilarating. Definitely. So what have I been up to? Because I have not streamed at all today. I meant to stream earlier, but I got into some games. The game that I've gotten into now is Frostpunk, if any of you have ever heard of that. It's a unique city builder. It's like a steampunk Frostpunk. It's like a 19th century steampunk game where you develop a city in this wintry old air. Like the world just has gone old and everything's frozen. And it's like that kind of thing where you're trying to navigate through the apocalypse. So yeah, that's quite a fun game. I've been playing that a few hours today. And I also was back into Universim, just for the hell of it at this point. I honestly don't have much of a reason to keep restarting, but I don't know. I just enjoy the game a lot. It's definitely one of my favorites I've played this year. Easily. Most definitely. Again, once again. Yeah, I guess it's a good point as any, a good time as any to give a refresher on what I'm looking for. My main kind of thing I'm looking for is some unique world or some kind of unique terrain. Not like this. I don't want to settle here. I could, but I don't plan on settling in a bland area like this. I want to settle in a cool area. If I'm going to be stopping the walking for a little bit, like a few days or something, then it's probably a good idea to find a cool spot, even if I don't get to a whole lot in the area. Chances are I'm going to be trying to do something cool, and then it's just going to be smaller than I thought. And I'm like, oh, that's still alright. That's usually how things go, or how I'm expecting this to go. I haven't done this before, so. The closest thing to an outpost I've had in this world was spawn, and that wasn't really much of anything. Was not much of anything. Oh, look at this. I guess all those places I've talked about being good base locations, I guess I gotta start taking notes. Gotta kind of gather some info about what I want. It's stuff like this. I don't think I'll settle here either. It's not quite what I'm looking for either. But it might take. I might not even be able to find it today. Hope I will. The kind of goal is to go until I do find what I'm looking for, ideally. I wonder if I can turn things down a tick. I wonder if that'll actually. That might be a bit better. Alright, whatever. I'm not gonna be too bothered by it. If any of you guys are having issues with the audio mixing, if you don't like how loud the music is compared to my voice, or the game compared to my voice, then let me know. But it seems like it's alright right now to me. I mean, the previous episodes have been pretty decent. Oh, look at this area. This might have just been an 8-minute walk to the outpost. Who knows? Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna have to get a closer look. Okay. Not too shabby. I'm going to inspect things a little closer. I want to make sure if I'm stopping, it's a decent area, because I won't be stopping very often. So I wanted to make things worthwhile. And for you guys as well. Add some interest there. I'll be able to do my pig achievement. I might even do that today, depending on what happens. I got an idea as to how to do it. At least, like, back when I initially did it in the episode I was talking to Ghost. I don't even remember what episode that was now, but quite a few episodes ago. I was talking to Ghost, one of the chatters. And I was so close to doing the pig achievement, but I of course, it fell on its face, as most things tend to. But I went back to the drawing board and I did figure out a plan. So when I do run into, or when I do kind of find the opportunity, then I will act upon it. I'm not too sure about this area. It's cool, but I don't know if it's. This episode is just gonna be me being nitpicky about the train. Don't worry. I've been in this world for months now. I get used to it eventually. Sure. But I'm kind of gonna critique the terrain as I go by today, because I'm in search of an outpost. Oh, let me take a look at this. Let me see if anything here is up to my caliber. Whoa. Look at this. This is something else. I gotta take my time here. Don't want to get overly excited. Might be a few thousand blocks before I find something like this again, so I want to see. Oh, this isn't too bad. Oh, it's not very close to water. I kind of want to do like, I don't know, what I'm thinking sounds like it would take a lot longer, but when I'm thinking for like plans, I'm like, oh, I want to do all sorts of things, but I don't know if I really have the time. Because I'm supposed to be walking Farlands right now. Yeah, I am. Supposed to be walking, without the outposts, ideally. But after Robus suggested it, I'm just gonna say Robus, whatever. I'll just say Robus though. But Robus, another chatter, talked a few episodes ago and suggested the whole outpost thing indirectly. Suggested I do an underground base. I'm probably not going to do an actual underground base just because I think that would be a bit boring, at least for the first outpost. I mean, it'd be cool, but I might do like an in-mountain base and some, with some elements sprinkled in. But hopefully, I'm hoping this episode will be the closing kind of. It's on the hunt for the outpost. Wait, why did I do it now? It still doesn't even. Oh, whatever. We can wait. I was getting a bit ahead of myself. It wasn't even dark yet. Let's see here. Yeah. I'll integrate some of the ideas that Robus suggested. But I'll get to that when I get to it. Ideally today. Oh, as I said, I might just be too picky today. But I'm hoping I can find it so I can get started on the base and have a bit of something different for you guys to be watching for an episode. A bit more of a detour, a proper detour, with a literal leg of the journey ending, and another kind of era of Journey of the Farlands beginning. Although I've said that many times, so it's not really that special at this point. Me saying that, or my saying that, isn't really all that special. This area is nice terrain-wise. Wish it had some exotic mountains like that other area, and if it had that kind of, all these arches and holes and little like jagged bits, it would look really cool here. I could definitely do an outpost here if that was the case, but I wanted some exotic, heights, but I also want some sand and water features. So I kind of got a bit of a vision in my mind. I've seen it before in the Journey of the Farlands, so it's not impossible to find. It just might take a while. And if it does drag on enough, I'll probably just go to no commentary. Thought I'd do this again. But I'm sure once I get walking again, because there'll be commentary episodes for a while, probably while I'm doing the outpost, just for fun. I'll actually be able to commentate what I'm doing instead of thinking of things to talk about, like I usually do. So I'll have actual stuff to commentate on. And it'll all be captured, so no need to worry about me playing off camera. I don't do that anymore, at least for Journey of the Farlands. I've committed, after Fig's excellent idea, to get an archive of this quite a little while ago. Yeah, I've just been recording this whenever I've been walking, doing commentaries when I feel like it. I think now is as good of a time as any to do commentary episodes, and I guess any other time I'm on the hunt for another outpost, that sort of thing. I'm sure this won't be the last. There's like 10 million blocks to go, so there's much to be seen. Much still to be seen here. Much to be lived in. Many spots have outposts. Probably won't have them a whole lot or very often. Pretty much now it's just down to whenever the viewers want, pretty much, or whenever I feel like stopping. So yeah, I guess that's. I don't know if people suggest I stay at Outpost 1. It probably won't come to fruition. Like, they're meant to just be like pit stops anyway, and less of actual bases. There's I'm basically just setting up camp a bit beyond my usual bed shenanigans. I'm not gonna commit to any outpost particularly. Even if I have a lot of ideas, I'm probably not gonna stick around too long. I might just grind it out over a short period of time. Perhaps, maybe that's what I will do. But it's gonna become a bit more of a survival world. A bit more of a traditional survival world. So I'll be going mining for diamonds, building a base. At least for a little while. Yeah. And this is what happens when I stream during the Farlands after I do everything I want to do in the day. I just get super tired. I just get super damn tired from pretty much doing nothing all day. Although I enjoy it anyway, I'm quite content with the way things are right now. No complaints from old Beam here. I'll be returning to school in due course, so during the Farlands might receive a little less attention, probably the average, more like the average amount of attention I usually give it. So we'll be going back to more of an average pace of the hour-long episodes on the daily. Most of them will be no commentary, maybe a few longer ones on the weekends or during the week if I have time. I'll see. I'll probably be getting another job at some point in the near future here, within the next month or two. Or at least I'll be trying to get a job within the next few months. So the job might also infringe on my Farlandsing. But if that happens, then so be it. I mean, at least I'm busy, and I'll still be making progress. So it just means that other things might suffer if I try to focus on. I can't seem to focus on too many things at once. I have to like eliminate options. It's a bit difficult when a lot of my stuff is like not really an end date or a scheduled end. Like during the Farlands has an end, but it's pretty vague. You know, it ends when I reach the Farlands, and I don't really know when I'm gonna reach them. So I'm just trying to ride by the coattails here. I've been playing other games, which is all that has infringed on Newcraft and the Fellowship. Well, I mean, on Newcraft 1 Part 2, which is also infringed on the Fellowship. But even when I go back to school, I'm probably gonna be returning to Newcraft for my kind of mini hiatus, I guess. And the Fellowship hiatus will continue until Newcraft ends, basically, or at least until I do everything I've wanted to in Newcraft, which might take a few months. So the Fellowship, don't expect that to return anytime soon. Oh, I'm doing good. Glad to see someone joining, and not just me rambling to myself as I most times are. Guess I'm doing all right. How are you doing? It's good. Lovely. I'm just walking to I guess, an area I'm looking for, ideally. Or something I call an outpost. It'll be a nice base. So if you stick around for a bit, I might actually stop it. It depends how picky I am. It really does depend how picky I am with base area selection. So, could happen. I'm hoping it'll happen in this stream. So, if I don't get ahead of myself too much, then I'll be able to stop and do some usual survival things. I've been in need of a fix of diamonds lately. I mean, for the last month or so. I think it's a good idea for me to stop and make things interesting. Some fun challenges or something. Stick around in one spot for a little while. opposed to walking I'm accustomed to. A lot of wilderness has been explored this world, probably more than the average world for sure. Oh, yeah, that's kind of the adventure element to this, is I'm just going from place to place. Kind of nomading it a little bit. Migrating all the time. Just think of myself as an explorer, finding all these phenomena, these terrain phenomena, and I guess the Farlands over yonder that way. 10 million blocks or so. All the cows. We'll gotta collect some cobble. Let's see here. I'm gonna make some torches. Okay. Yes, I'm doing pretty much the same thing in principle. It's just it's a bit more unusual thing of going until you actually reach something that is not really seen all that often. That being the streams named after the Farlands themselves. But most of the actual short-term journey, because I know that's kind of quite a far ways away, so I just kind of take in the terrain around me, try to enjoy things that way. I think it's quite fun to see the kind of stuff you can see. Even for an old Minecraft version like this one here, there still is some pretty cool terrain. Definitely got some character. Would use the boat, but I only have to swim across this bay here. It's getting dark, so get my bed placed. I could have settled back there. There was an area back there that I was interested in. I could have just settled there and been happy, but now I got to go to the next area that's like that. It could be worse. It could be better. I have a game. Let's see. I'll have to cross that bridge when I get to it. I should probably. How do I? Oh, I gotta just break my bed. Dispose of some things. My inventory gets quite filled with stuff. Time will tell. This time is very telling of these things. But actually, I'll make one more bed. Let's use my rule of thumb. Not that it really means anything. But that is nighttime. I don't want to be out in the night. I feel it is a bit dangerous, especially when I die. If I was trying to die, I might walk out to the darkness, but I feel it's a bit more of a wise decision to keep to the day. So I have broken that rule a few times, but now there's a lot of monsters. And I do my bed in a very particular way, because if you get your beds all screwed up, then like in beta, you get these nightmares. Instead of it saying there are monsters nearby, you just wake up in the middle of the night with like a monster spawning nearby or something. If there's like an area they can spawn, they will. So I try and prevent stuff like that from happening by just doing my simple bed strategies here. And I'm sure at the outpost I mean, if I'm going to be building into a mountain, if I do enough torch spamming, I'll be fine. Cover all my bases and all that. Yeah, this previous or what's the word? It came. I guess it came before the you can't sleep at night thing. This is kind of what the precursor to that, where you just wake up in the middle of the night and there'd be a zombie trying to eat your brains or whatever. And it was a bit more surprising that way, and probably annoying, albeit. But yeah, if you know the kind of mechanics behind it, which is basically just lighting, then you're good. Or if you're like me and you just do your beds up 3 blocks high, then that also works. But there's a lot of quirks like that in this particular version. The version that last had the Farlands, which is why I'm using this one specific. I could use any other version. I mean, I guess anyone before this as well, but I thought this one's the most modern for at least a Farland journey. And anything beyond that would just be a world border or I guess journey or whatever. I thought the Farlands are cooler, so I wanted to start with that at least. It's kind of the bucket list thing I wanted to do. Or wanted to find, I guess, in-game without just teleporting out like I have done in the past. It's a lovely kicking. I am thinking about the Outpost. Just walk along the coast here and see just how long it takes for me to find another area like that area I found a while ago that I was interested in. I just want to find some exotic terrain, some kind of mountainy thing with true exotic shapes. I found something like that earlier, but I was like, it's not quite what I'm looking for. So guess I will try and find what I'm looking for. Guess I'm just picky because I don't get to stop in this world very often. It's been quite a few months since I've actually just stopped and done stuff. I have, I guess, but I haven't really done actual formal bases before this world. Beyond spawn, it's not much of a base. More just a mine shaft down to bedrock, kind of a quarry, and then strip mines, and all my stuff was just scattered about there. Hopefully I can do something a little bit cooler with a bit more of a limited time frame, I guess. I have this kind of idea of efficiency, so I try and keep to that. I'm from Canada. I guess it's a rough country. Like that's kind of where I am from country-wise. As for more specifics, I don't know. Statistically, most Canadians actually live in Ontario, so it's not too surprising that I would live in this province of Ontario. Like, I think the most densely populated, at least at the bottom of it, the south. South. So yeah. But I won't go too much more specific than that, of course, just because, you know, Andrew's a lot. But I thought I'd give you a little bit of a geographic indicator. There's a few. there's like 2 or 3. There's a handful of them, but I haven't. I usually don't watch many Canadian streamers anyway, or if I do, I don't really, I don't really think about it too much. Pat and I do. Yes. So yeah, is Scottish or Australian? Well, I think mostly Scottish, so you're not too far off there. But my family's pretty Canadian. It goes back pretty far. You were close. You were close. Although any possible kind of accent would have been diluted by generations of living in this country here. I don't really think I have much of an accent. People don't really note on it anyway, so I don't really think I have much of anything going on there in that regard, but could be wrong about that. That's just my view on it. Kind of perspective. Few words in there. Oh, probably. Definitely, I do notice even some stuff with my parents as well, my extended family. You do notice that kind of stuff, like the things that are different. Possible. I'm not much of a linguistics expert anyway, so who am I to know? I have a bit of knowledge on it, but not a whole lot. The snow biome, the desolate biome. I gotta get out of this biome. Wait, what I'm looking for? Maybe a future outpost if I have some kind of log cabin idea in the wilderness, but I'm not at first outpost. That's not what I'm thinking. Good. The levitating water. Sugar canes holding on for dear life in the cold. Actually, I could use some more. Fill up on cobblestones. Yeah, I'll grab some more. Trying the best. Right. It is right. Get something for against. That's what I'm looking for. Do not need the iron. Not really. Funnily enough, I initially thought I would have to stop to get more iron. Like I thought that would be the reason I'd go to outposts and stuff. But due to just the nature behind the journey here, I've been getting iron just from spawners because the spawner chests contain iron, and you can find surface spawners in beta Minecraft. You can't find those anymore, but you can find like ones up to the surface that have been filled in with like sand or gravel or whatever. And if you just dig them out, you can get some of the loot. That's how I got this golden apple here. After quite a few spawners, I did find a golden apple. But I am quite self-sustaining. That's also why I've decided to stop now rather than later. It's also nice to get back to diamond tier again, because I had diamond stuff for like the first month and a half of the journey. I still have, I guess, some diamonds, but Buried treasure chest? No, I'm talking about just mob spawners. Just talking about like the Aussie combo and the combo spawner and the 2 chests or whatever. That's kind of what I'm looking for, or that's pretty much the only structure that exists. Because this is a very primitive version of Minecraft. Couldn't have chosen a modern version. That would have been to the world border, which the world border is a bit, not to knock people who have journeyed to the world border, but I don't know, it's not what I'm looking for. If I were to do it in the future, it's probably just out of curiosity once again, but I feel like the Farlands is a bit cooler. If you even know what the Farlands are. That's assuming. I could show you if you don't. I have a world where I've teleported out to them. I mean, it's not quite the same as walking yourself, but I wanted to do it for research purposes, for science. For personal science anyway, not actual science. What's the Farlands? It's probably good to get that out of the way, what they are. Maybe I'll show you in the other world here. I'm just gonna detour from the world here for a minute. Which one was it? Farlands exist? So I'm gonna show you here. Oh, I don't have a bed, do I? Okay, I'm gonna show you what they are. I just need to see if I can find any wool. I could just show them to you. I don't have my mod. Goodness. But these are the Farlands. This is what I'm heading towards. The corner of this. So this will be one day. This will be me walking here naturally. And if you see here, this is these are the coords of the Farlands. It's like exponential. It's like 1.2550821 times 10 to the 7th. They're basically just 12.5 million blocks away from spawn. That's all you need to know. And these just go on for infinity. They just kind of, I guess they degenerate slowly as you go further. The game just kind of breaks before you even reach the end of them. And then there's the actual, I might just turn off mobs in this world. But there's this is kind of the whole basis to this series. So I thought maybe it'd be good to show you what the series is about, rather than you just assuming that I'm just walking to oblivion for no reason. There's a bit of a reason behind it. But these are the corner Farlands, and they're even crazier. Like the world just kind of breaks down. You can't even really see it, can you? But I don't really have commands or anything, so I can't make it daytime. I don't have a bed either, so it's quite intense looking though. I mean, like, I guess you can see minimally with the darkness here, but yeah, these things, this is what's gotten my interest peaked. And then you can just walk, if you go on top of these, you can just walk along them forever, pretty much. Basically until you fall through the world at some point. But yeah, anyway, enough of my explanations. I'll just get right back in here. Oh, I don't want to heal. Alrighty, but yeah, that's kind of the end game for this world. I gotta make sure I got my compass calibrated here. Yeah, the Farlands are something else. Well, that's kind of what's piqued my interest. I actually always thought, like, whenever I thought of the Farlands, I never even thought of actually walking to them, because I was like, oh, that just seems like it's not possible. Like, you're just gonna be walking forever. But I was like, 12.5 million blocks. And then I've seen other people who've done it on the YouTubes, Twitches and all that. I've seen people do it before. And it's definitely been done, so I was like, oh, who am I to say I can't do it? So I booted up a Minecraft beta 1.7.3 world. specifically this version, because the Farlands were actually patched out of the game after this version here, because they're a bug, terrain generation bug, of course. So they got patched out in favor of the kind of just, I guess, what's now the world border at 30 million blocks away from spawn. So yeah, that is kind of the premise of the series. The kind of main idea behind it. And I've just been doing this kind of loop, like this day-to-day loop kind of thing of walking and then placing my bed and then crafting, you know, torches and beds and boats every once in a while. And it's kind of just been that kind of monotony, but it's been kind of enjoyable, oddly enough. But that's kind of the main idea behind everything here. The kind of wrap things up, basically. Just summing it up. So yeah, technically the outpost would be completely arbitrarily useless. I don't really need to settle down at all. I could actually just go straight to the Farlands without having to stop. But I thought it would be fun to get diamonds again anyway. Yeah, it's so tranquil. Just there's something so relaxing about just this, because if I play modern Minecraft, I mean I do play modern Minecraft, but there's a lot more you do, of course, rather than just pressing down a few buttons and the space bar occasionally. So yeah, it's definitely quite simple to go back to this world and just do this fairly often. But yeah, that's kind of the main idea. Or if I can find a spawner. I haven't been able to find a surface spawner in quite a few episodes. And then I go and find 4 of them in one episode. That's like 2 hours long. So that's you're just a humble farmer. That's lovely. Shear the sheep here. Water bucket. My safe way down all these without just walking around like any normal person would do. I just water bucket down. Can't really MLG water bucket either. I've broken that news to another person who was chatting. They were talking, and I was just like, "Yep, you just can't MLG water bucket in this because fall damage is unpredictable, even with water. So you can even take damage if you." So I don't do MLG water bucketing in beta. I just do the water bucket from the top. When did they add the mushroom? So I get the kind of mycelium and all the mushrooms and mushrooms. Good question. That is. Let's see if I can figure that out. I actually don't know. I just look it up. November. Oh, I was back in November 2011. Java Edition 1.0. Oh, that was the release 1.0.0 that came with Mushroom Islands, I guess. I didn't even know that. I thought it was a bit later down the line, but it kind of makes sense, I guess, that it was added at that point. That was just 2 release versions ahead, I guess. 1.8, and then 1.9 was like re-release, and then 1.0 release 1.0 was the actual version of Minecraft. I guess the first legitimate. It was when the game wasn't in any development stage. It was just done, pretty much. It's been done for It's been quote unquote done for almost 12 years. But they added more stuff to it, of course. So it's kind of an ever evolving thing, Minecraft. It's not really in any stage of finality yet. Yeah, it looks like it was like back in 2011. So that was back. This version actually is 2011. So this is a almost 12-year-old version as well. This came before the update that added mushroom biomes, and that was also 2011. So some fun facts. Yeah, it's there's definitely some charm in playing a game that has been around for so long. You get to go back if you so desire, do what you want in this kind of sandbox Minecraft. It's Enigma, pretty much, at this point. Yeah, Minecraft is just changing, everlasting. Yeah, fair. I mean, that's fair enough. I don't think it's everyone's ambition. I wasn't even around. Like, I wasn't even really in the community of Minecraft when this version initially even came out. I'm just nostalgic for stuff that I mean. I did play Pocket Edition when it was early on, so I guess that makes sense why I'm playing versions of Minecraft like this. But if it weren't for the Farlands, I probably would just be doing my modern SMPs on, like, 1.19 Minecraft with all the bells and whistles we have now. That kind of thing. If I hadn't gotten motivated, I'd just be streaming like the SMPs I'm on, like Newcraft and the Fellowship. There, some server, some realms I'm on. I host both of them. So I play them. But I like to take steps back and go back to the classics. Once in a while. It's quite nice. Although I think it's quite imperative that I have this compass on me, because I don't have the F3 menu open all the time, so I just yeah, I got introduced to the game back in 2012 by an old friend, and I played Java back then. So yeah, like I said, I hadn't even known the game existed back in 2011. But it's interesting to go back, even to times I wasn't really fond of, technically. I'm gonna check here. That's a spawner. No, it's just an awkward hole. I used to find spawners like every episode. Now it's been like 4 or 5 episodes since the last one. Some of them have been really long too. I just missed a bunch of spawners though. It's a game you grow with. Yeah. Yeah, especially such a, I guess, geriatric game like Minecraft. I don't know. I don't know if that's the exact term I would use, but it's basically just like the kind of a game that's been around so long. It's raised multiple generations of video gamers, hobbyists alike. That. Oh, it even has lava. We might have a winner here. We might have a winner. If that is a cool enough looking area, we might have an outpost. And actually get to see me settle down for the first. It's like such an event, me settling down, because I haven't months. It's quite exciting. I'll have to see. Maybe I'll get your opinion on it too. I get close enough. Yeah, that's why things look so visually different if you're used to modern, like the most recent versions. Like, yeah, the textures are definitely different, and a lot of the fundamentals have changed. So it would make sense. With all this, I'm not too sure. Which is, so I'm just going kind of guess here. Stuff conversation thus far. Okay, let me get a closer look at this, and then I will see if this will be. Yeah, gravel looks different. Yeah, it's a different game. I call it a different game because it's just so long ago. So much has changed. Oh, fell into a little hole. Oh, hello, another creeper. Also sounds. That became evident. I try to think here. The lava looks more red too. Yeah, definitely does. There's definitely some textures that have changed over the years, as would be expected. Something like this. I don't know if this area quite has me sold, actually. Of course, my pickiness kicks in. I see a cool area and then it turns a little bit less than what I was thinking. Kind of go, you get to see it quite a nice height here. I wonder if, let me see if I can get on top of one of these trees and see if the trees actually get cut off. It's like 20 blocks. Sometimes if you're lucky, if you go high enough, some of these trees get cut off, but now we're only at 115. The world height is also different in beta. Right? Basically, was it? It might even been released 1.0 that actually changed it to 256, which is what we've been used to until it changed in 1.18. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it's 128 in this version. I know for sure. So it only goes up so high. It's not like the 256 or even the 320 that we are used to. Whatever, 300 and something. At least blocks. That's changed. Looks like I didn't gravitate towards that place enough. Oh gosh, I gotta continue. Okay, well, we will kind of see what's going on in any future areas. At least if I have a limited time frame, I could build some like bridges or something. If it's like a cool mountain area, I could do some like bridges and useless buildings as I tend to build. Not very much use you can have in beta anyway. You can have like a storage room, a furnace room, crafting room, bedroom, like kind of a library. There's not really enchanting, so you can't make an enchanting room. But you can make a library because there's books. But there's not really too much else beyond that. You can think of some stuff. You can make like aesthetic rooms, like decorative rooms for sure. But it's a bit challenging. You got more limited palette when it comes to interior and exterior design. Minecraft. On Minecraft, it's easy making things. Right? You got all these different wood types. You got all these blocks you can experiment with. And here, it's just a much more limited palette. That's not saying you can't get anything done. You definitely can, but it's a bit more of a challenge for sure. Although I don't really play these versions for the aesthetics anyway. Well, I guess it's technically not true. I play it for the old aesthetics of Minecraft, the kind of nostalgic aesthetics, rather than the modern kind of everything being super mega and thick. A square has appeared in the floor. What does that mean? Was there something back here that I missed? Or am I just quite sure what you meant? I'm not gonna go too far back, but unless you're just talking about these little holes here. Not too sure. Otherwise, because if you were talking about that, I thought maybe you'd be a spawner or something. Oh, wow. I didn't even catch that. I mean, it could have been some kind of chunk rendering issue, although I usually don't get them. Not too sure, like, why I don't get chunk rendering issues. Maybe, I guess it's probably just because I use a fixed version of beta 1.7.3. Because if I use the regular version, I think there's some more chunk error stuff going on. It's still beta, so it's a bit less refined. Definitely has its bugs. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was some kind of visual bug that I just missed or something. Something or rather. I wouldn't be surprised if it was my Starlink internet. It's pretty good internet, but it doesn't seem to be the best for streaming, I realize. My internet is, it could be lag as well. Some kind of lag thing instead of an actual in-game thing. Because I know I've definitely had my fair share of problems when it comes to streaming. I just try and put up with it and hope other people will put up with it. If it's worth it enough to them. Makes sense. Yeah. Because I've seen this, I've like rewatched some certain bits of streams, and I've definitely noticed some lag happening at certain points. But what do you do? I can't really do too much about it, at least with my limited knowledge of troubleshooting. I've done basically all that I've thought of. So, I guess other than having a better internet, my internet's not too bad. I have like a pretty strong connection, but I noticed the streaming, it's a bit not the street. That could be the case. I also haven't seen a pink sheep in a while. I usually see those every once in a while, but I haven't seen one yet. I might have to switch mics in a bit. I think my mic's dying. Or my headset's dying. So I might, where are we? Pink sheep are pretty rare. Yeah, I've seen like a handful of them in this world, which is quite fun. Quite fun. Most fun indeed. And I've had some fun with some pink sheeps before. I've like sheared them and used their wool to build stuff. Thought that was fun. Nothing crazy, but I do what I can with what I got here. Okay, maybe I'll do my, I won't do the bed right now. I might just take a minute and plug in my other mic just so that this one doesn't die. Anyway, I'll be right back. Just gonna Okay. Oh, this mic might be different. I might have to adjust things. Let's see. Oh, I might have to restart my game as well. Yeah, I can't hear it. Oh, I gotta restart my game. Yes, I'm back. I think. Oh, I didn't add a transition, did I? Oh well. I can always add that later. But I'm just gonna reload my game because I realized I switched my audio. And old Minecraft is a bit picky with audio configuration, so I have to restart my game every time I switch. So there's a lot of restarts going on. Oh, multi-MC5. I'll have to be patient with the technical difficulties. Oh. Oh. What reopened? It looks like we're gonna be coming back here. Okay, well, hopefully I won't dawdle too much more. I'm gonna, if I find a spot that tickles my fancy at least a little bit, then I will settle. I'm just gonna settle, just for the fun of it. I won't. I don't think I'll be overly picky. But what I'm looking for might take a while to find, so I just do what I can here. Alrighty, looks like the game is booted up back. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh goodness. Am I gonna restart my game again? Because more technical difficulties? Maybe. I love audio issues. Gotta love the audio issues in life. Well, it took less time to load. Looks like we're about back here. Oh, the loveliness that is my audio problems that seem to arise with old Minecraft. Takes a second. And stay on the Mojang logo for too long. It's gotta at least change it at some point, yeah. Okay, I think, yeah, we're back, and the audio is good again. All is good in the world, just different mic now. But we are working. We are working now. And back in the world of nonsense and shenaniganry that is the journey of the Farlands. But I will continue walking. Oh goodness. Yeah, I see that. Oh, I don't get those all that often, but now, let's see here. Oh, lovely stuff. Gotta praise that. Alright, anyway. I got some bots going on sometimes. Usually there's at least one watching at all times. But I don't really care. Didn't really bother me all that much. Just means that my viewer count isn't always the most accurate. So I have to account for all the not real, but I guess the bots watching. Oh. Oh gosh. I got to... Wow, that's something here. Yeah. I didn't even see how far the drop was at first. That's why I was like, because I was a little bit, spooked, a little bit spooked there. I've fallen quite a height before in this world, not quite death height. Well, I guess at spawn I fell down my mine shaft and died, but I haven't died since, so I'm happy to say. I'm not sure if Outpost 1 will be breaking any records here. Hopefully not. But I'll see what I can do. We'll see. I'll see if I can survive the outpost. Yeah. Luckily, I usually notice cliffs of that size. Hopefully, hopefully I have like a safeguard in place. Hopefully I kind of realize ahead of time, so I don't fall off and end the world pretty much. Or if I guess I just go back to the last bed, but whatever. Or basically just embarrass myself on stream. I guess that would be the explanation. Oh, it's just kind of crummy dying anyway. So I just tend not to. That's good stuff. Alrighty. The search continues. Oh, there's a nice coated cacti. Some water-coated cacti. Feeding them because they don't seem to have much water. Oh, that's what they thrive on anyway, so. Alrighty. There's just a squid chilling in that waterfall there. Quite elegantly, might I add. And the elegant squid in the waterfall. Could imagine quite an epic. Oh, I saw that one there. I wonder if you saw that. I saw a chunk error in front of me. I usually don't see those all that often. Anyway, it was only around for a little bit. Usually if they do appear, they're just a little flicker. So that, I did notice that one. If that was what you were talking about earlier, if that maybe what you were talking about earlier was just something else, I don't know. But yeah, that happens from time to time, it seems. I'm sure with me being out this far in this world and this being this old of a version, even with all the fixes in the mod pack I use, and it's a borderline definition of a mod pack. It doesn't change anything in the actual game. It just fixes things. But yeah. We got some cows. Pumpkins. Oh yes, pumpkins. I've played around with pumpkins in this world before. Not a whole lot, but I've gotten bored and done stuff like that with pumpkins. I've made jack-o'-lanterns before, and I've just placed a bunch of pumpkins around. That was fun little stuff you do. Oh, what is this? Oh, I thought maybe it was like a little hole. But it's just a little indent. I won't stock out completely on it. I don't need much. Not much right now. Oh, it's just a pond. I'm looking for stuff. Always on the lookout for a spawner, even while I'm looking for an outpost. Very standard terrain here. The big old beaches. Pretty large in size. Compared to later versions that just had small beaches like that. Maybe even smaller than that. Not too sure. I don't really pay too much attention to beaches, but yeah. I'd work with what I got here. Do I need wood? Oh, I might need wood. Yeah, it might be time to stock up. Use the trusty iron axe to help me out here. I think diamond would be a bit trustier, but hoping to fix that issue soon enough. Hoping to nip that in the bud, sort of thing. Kind of become diamond again, or get diamond stuff again. Oh, I miss diamond because iron just depletes so quickly compared to diamond. Even base level diamond, because you can enchant, like I said. But even base level is alright. There's like quite an improvement to iron. Lasts me a lot longer. Probably grab the same amount I grabbed at spawn, like a stack or so. That'll take a few hours of mining or more. So that's usually my rule of thumb. I don't really have much of a rule of thumb. I just like to stockpile a little bit without going crazy on the diamonds. But it would take way too long if I went any higher than that. Like a stack is like my limit. In terms of what I get. And then I just have this stockpile of iron. Although I think I might shed a few stacks of iron, but before I move on to the, or before I go back to walking after this outpost here. Just because I don't actually need a whole lot of iron. I don't seem to be going through it. The spawners seem to be actually, you know, refilling my inventory of iron at the same rate I'm using it, so it's quite nice. That access. And even so, I can just mine iron anyway. Iron's up at the surface here. Yes, my wins in this, in an often winless scenario such as this. Gotta take the minor victories in this long, long journey. Oh, the chickens. Oh, the deserts are a good spot for spawners. I might be able to find one. Might be able to show you what I mean by the surface ones. I'll see if I can find an example. Usually it's a rectangular kind of hole in the ground where the sand has fallen in. If it was like in dirt, I wouldn't have been able to find it, or have found it, unless I had dug it up, but that's quite unlikely. I found them in caves up on the surface here before though. So it didn't take too much looking for those. Other than that, it's just a little bit of excavating. But I'll see if I can find one. Although, if I do settle soon, I guess I will. I haven't really seen them for a while anyway. Wow. sheep. See, sheep is. Oh, I'll take that last bit of wool there, and I will continue here. I think the next nearest place that qualifies, I'll just go with because I think I'm just being too picky about selection. It's not too big a deal. I just need something that's half decent for what I'm trying to do here. Sheepy. Oh, there's a brown one there. Nice brown wool on a brown sheep. The pink ones are usually what you get excited about. That's what I have been before. They're pretty rare, but spawn rates I think are, well, they're probably about the same actually. I think I was like, oh, maybe they're different when I saw a pink sheep before, but it seems like they're about the same. The oinkers. Oh, the oinkers. I don't know. I haven't seen a pig in a while. They just spawn like the rest of them. Oh, I have an idea. In case I do run into a pig, I have an idea. I will not, maybe I won't tell it right now, but I'll see if I can find a pig and then I'll explain it when I find it. Ooh, what is that over there? Is that just a weird, maybe it's, I thought maybe that might have been a cool spot, but it looks like it's just a small little weird triangular hill. I have plans when I find a pig because I kind of forgot that I wanted to do a little something for a challenge I was given a while ago. Or a challenge I made for myself a while ago, so I will see if I can find the qualifying stuff. It's quite the little formation there. I don't think it's outpost worthy though. Well, there might be a chance I might not find that what I'm looking for today, and that's all right. I'll just rename the episode to prevent people from being like, "Oh, we actually found the outpost today," and then them watching it, not having it. Oh, thank you for complimenting that. I've definitely have had people compliment my voice before, but I was just like, oh, yeah, I guess it's not too bad of a voice. Definitely. I don't really think about those things on and off, and so when it gets brought up, it kind of just makes sense for a bit. I'm like, oh yeah, kind of makes sense there. Makes sense what you're getting at. Now I gotta see if I can find. There is an alarming lack of pig ooze. Oh, it looks like I found one. There's an oinker up there. I have a plan. I think I'll see if I can try and get it to work. We have found them. This will require very minimal work on the pig's part. I need you to get down in a hole, though. Oh, not quite. Now this is the fun part. I need to entrap a pig in a hole. Or maybe I just won't explain it. Maybe I'll just leave it vague. Oh, this pig's already toast. I'll try. Maybe I'll just see if I can entrap one first. That seems to be the challenge. Since I'm not really focusing on efficiency very much now that the outpost is kind of near, thought this would be a good time as any to see if I can get my plans in motion. Oh, I need to break the axe out here. But if I can't, well, I'm hoping I'll be able to do it. Can you just stand still for a minute? It's just based off of their AI as well. Because I can't lure them. There's no carrot on a stick or anything. Ah, goodness. Keep smacking the pigs, and it's not helping. Okay. I did it before. I can do it again. I just need to wait for it to stop. No, you're not getting out that easily. There. Now that is the first step in the pig experiment here. I'm not going to be causing much damage to it, don't worry. Oh, it escaped. I forgot about that hole. I didn't know. Alright, well we're going to try this again. You come out of that pond there, piggy. I think it's about time I get this achievement done. Okay, come on. No, you're going further now. This way. This way. Don't look at me. Oh. There's one of them. Oh, goodness. I might not be able to do this. This is a tricky achievement to get as well. Also, seems I can hit the pig accidentally as well. This doesn't seem to help. You get in there. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's the first step. Definitely did not take a little bit of thinking. Okay, I need to make a bit of a drop. I don't know if I'll make it too deep because I don't want the pig to die. I don't really need it to die anyway. Maybe one more block. Maybe I am trying to get this one. Just too high because it's gonna be. Yeah, this will be good. All right. Now for the fun part. See if I can actually do this. Well, I might have to disembark from the pig for a minute and clear up any potential hazard. Okay, come here. No, wrong way. No. Okay, I'm gonna wait for it to walk to the edge and then I'll punch it off. Because I only have one saddle, so if this doesn't work, then I'll just have to wait until I get another saddle, which might be a while. Oh, this is the closest I've gotten as well. Okay, well, if this pig is smart, wise enough. Okay, maybe I'll just push it. Oh, I didn't quite do it, did I? It died like mid-flight, which didn't really work for what I was trying to do. And if you're wondering, it's this one, when pigs fly. I had to take fall damage while riding a pig, or I used to get the pig to take fall damage, but I wasn't quite successful. It's actually quite a hard one to get, funnily enough. At least I got some pork chops. Maybe I'll cook them. Oh, that didn't quite work out, but it's not exactly the easiest advancement to get. Or achievement, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm going to break out the usual loadout again. Oh, the pig experiment didn't quite go to plan, so I'll have to do that another time. Seems like that might take a while. This is already like my second try. The time before I tried just doing like a waterfall, but I realized that wouldn't work, and the pig escaped anyway with the saddle on. Or I think it fell down actually. Achievement unlocked the parrot's path. You can't even. That reminds me, you can't even breed in this version. Can't even breed like passive mobs. Isn't that something? I guess without mods or anything. That wasn't even added yet. Shows how old this is. There's no enchanting, there's no experience, no hunger, pretty much no modern achievements. Basically what you see here is what you get. You can see the whole achievement menu from here. Just a little circle. And then there's on a rail as well, which that'll have to wait because that's like 1,000 block long railway in one direction. So I'm like, oh, that might be a bit resource intensive, so I might have to hold that off for a while. But the pig thing I can do if I have a saddle, at least, which I did. I had 2 saddles and I threw one out because I wanted extra inventory space. So I guess I could have kept the second one and would have been able to do it again today. But if I find it spawner, maybe I'll have some more luck. I might take a quick break here. Refill my water, go for a quick break. Then I shall return. Alrighty. I have returned. Feeling a little refreshed. Oh, I grabbed a lot of wool. I shall empty my inventory out. Well, it's useless stuff. Alrighty. I'm reshuffling everything. Well, I guess I don't really have much room in my inventory. I'll eat a pork chop. There we go. I have a few pork chops. What else do I put in here? I feel like I'm missing something. Is it just the crafting table? I guess it was the bucket. Alright. The search continues, hopefully. If I don't find it within the next little while, then I probably will just end the episode and then rename it. It'll just be another searching episode. Might be a few of these, who knows. But I don't really feel like streaming for a crazy long period of time tonight anyway. Well, I think we found what we're looking for. I don't think it's gonna get much better than this. I quite like this little serene little area here. It's not like 100% what I'm looking for, but I think it's probably about as close as we're gonna get to an outpost. At least for the first kind of semblance of a base we got. So I think it's time. I think it's time we actually settle. Or do I? I'm thinking. Hang on. I'm thinking. I'm gonna keep walking. Hang on. I know I'm kind of teasing you guys now. I've been going for 2.5 hours now already, in search of something that I may or may not find. This land formation's got my interest peaked. I'm just, and I did say I would settle at the nearest spot. Okay, that area I got pinned, but I'm thinking kind of like the grass color was turning me off a bit. Like it wasn't like this bright, vibrant green. Kind of like this area. Like we could go here. I feel like this has a bit more potential. You know, you see, I'm just having so many second thoughts on things. Oh, gosh, I might need to make a mushroom stew soon. I want to have like a view of the water. This was pretty good, a pretty good spot. That was also pretty good. I'm debating whether or not I just want to continue and possibly end the episode early, or if I want to keep this area. I don't have anyone here to do that right now. Shoot. Ooh, I think this is an excellent area. Wow. This is like pristine outpost locations, just all in like the same relative location. I'm just trying to, I think it's cool at first, but I just try and imagine what I could do with the space. I'm just trying to brainstorm here. That area might do. That might do well. I like this, being on the coast. So where are we right now? Okay. I just wanted a cool vibe. You know, for something like Outpost 1, I wanted something... Ooh, this has potential. Just trying to imagine what I can fit in here. Yeah, I think we might have got something here. I'll take one more gander around here. In case I have any second thoughts. I'm all over the place today, truly. Okay, okay, well, I'm gonna do a bed here. My apologies, my brain is just all over the place because I haven't stopped yet, and I'm just trying to make sure that what I'm doing is what I want to do. The grass color here is throwing me for a loop. We're just gonna take it slow. This area might not be too bad. I don't know if any of these seem to be hitting well with me, but I'm just trying to find a spot that would work well for what I want to do, which is just kind of screw around building a little bit for a little while. I made very clear. I don't know if any of these have really scratched the spot completely. Like they look nice. Do I want to end the episode? Well, it's getting pretty late. I'm debating leaving this area behind. Well, if it's not really what I want, then I guess I'll just continue. And I'll do one more day. And if I don't find anything, then I'll just end the episode. Just thinking things over. Let me do a little pace back here. I'm not really focusing on efficiency anyway. I can do a little wandering. This is where things start to go in a different direction to how they've been going for the longest time. I don't know if I'm feeling this area though. There's my bed right there. Does it work is the question at hand. Like this area beyond the trees here. Like I'm gonna think it over because I'm gonna be here for a few days. I want it to look cool because it'll be the first base and probably only base for a long time. I'll have set it up, so I want it to be in kind of a unique location that really speaks to me. I like this area. Is it worthy of the outpost, though? If there's like all these different layers and stuff, I could have like a big old glass window here or something, like a big old house. Could kind of have paths running through here, leaves, you know, some kind of builds littered about. What do I think? You know what, maybe, here's my idea. here's my idea. Maybe I'll leave this as Tentative Outpost 1. Leave this as kind of the Tentative Outpost 1. And if I'll think it over for about another day, or like tomorrow I'll come back and do an episode. And if I feel like settling here, then I will. Oh, I do like the view as well. But if I don't feel like settling here, if I want to find a better spot, more what I'm looking for, it's kind of like this. This is kind of what I'm looking for. But if I do so, please, I will take a screenshot of this. And yeah, I also take this one. Anyway, I think this is a good point as any to end the episode. This may or may not be Outpost 1, I guess. I'm leaving it tentative right now because I want to think it over first. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for putting up with my madness from the last little bit of the journey, especially with all like the Megasode and everything. And yeah, this has been quite a journey thus far. We've got a long way to go. Many more outposts, so yeah, let's see where we ended up today. I'll just count this as our end block. Oh, not too bad. If this is the outpost, then we've made some good progress. I mean, either way, we did. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you. So I guess I already said that. See you guys in the next stream.